So the question I'm looking at here is with respect to mental health, what are the most significant challenges you faced early in your career? Beginning in meteorology, it's very challenging. I began in the operational space. I began at a firm that did operational forecasting, but it was for a sector I didn't know anything about, commodities, and I was still very new to all that. So it was very intimidating. Also had to work very tough hours, overnight shifts, shifts on weekends, and a lot of hours too, up to 60 hours a week. They were really tough. Finding outlets to manage that mentally and survive that is so important. Simple things like commiserating with your friends and family, keeping up with other people on and letting them know how it's going. But find outlets as well. Find other things that can help you cope with the challenges. For me, it was exercise. It helped me sleep better. It helped me de-stress after a stressful work shift. And it was really important to clear your head. So find ways that you can compensate for the toughness to it. It is pretty tough at the beginning, whether you're just getting used to it, or just, you're doing a lot of the grunt work, and it's very difficult at the beginning, and you're doing a lot of learning as well, which is always challenging too. And you may suffer a little bit from imposter syndrome. You're moving into an environment where you're not as comfortable, and you may not be sure if you're up to it. But keep in mind, you're a fresh graduate coming out of college with a minted new degree. You're at the very beginning of your career, and you know a lot more in meteorology than a lot of the folks do that are your superiors. In fact, I look forward to new hires in the sense that they may teach me something. There's a lot of new meteorology that I'm not aware of, and they can bring to the table. So you have leverage. You have something to bring to them that they may not know about, and you're going to be very talented in that area. So kind of flip that imposter syndrome on the head, on its head, and realize that you have. A lot of no knowledge that they don't have, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. That's one big thing. If you're really fearful of making mistakes, you're going to make mistakes. You have to accept that you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. It's guaranteed. Whether it's a bad forecast or just making an error in some of the production work that you do, and so just kind of accept that and make sure they're learning experiences. I've, in my early part of my career, we were transitioning in technology a lot, moving from faxing weather updates to sending them by email. And, one time I forgot to BCC properly, and I sent a lot of emails to a lot of people. And one time I sent the wrong report to the wrong email list. And in that situation, some people said, hey, I want to get that product too. So sometimes there could be happy accidents. It may teach your superiors about something they need to fix or something they need to do differently. So don't think the negative of it all. Accept and and be mentally ready for the idea that you are going to make mistakes, and be accepting of that even before they happen. And also be accepting of criticism too. You're going to get both constructive and destructive criticism, and you're going to have to be able to handle that and absorb that. But try to absorb it positively as best you can, to be able to learn from it and grow from it. And that's going to be an important aspect of this as well. But it's not easy. It's certainly not, especially with the type of work that we do. And meteorology can be a tough business to be in. So best of luck to you, but keep all of it in perspective. I think it's very important.